So, ladies and gentlemen, March Madness just came and left pretty much. I think we got one more, basically, weekend left. I think that's going to be next weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check, though, to make sure the game ain't going on now. Because it could be going on now as we speak, which would be very interesting. And which would also mean that none of y'all should be watching my channel. So I'm going to go ahead and check. I think it should be next weekend, though. Ooh, Duke beat Houston by 3. Ooh, okay. That was interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't catch that one. Wow, 3-point game. I think I'm gonna watch the condensed highlights of that. And I'm gonna definitely hit the mute button though, because I do not want to play around with them people trying to copyright my channel. I do not have time for that. So let's see, Monday, April 8th. Yes, the Final Four is next weekend, which is a great thing to see. That means we got all week to get in the gym without missing any basketball. I still can't believe NC State is still in the tournament at an 11 seed. That's very interesting. They literally have nothing to lose. And that's what you want. That's what March Madness is all about. Getting into the tournament with nothing to lose and going for it all. One game. They have nothing to lose. UConn don't look like they're finna lose to anybody. I think it's gonna be Purdue and UConn. I just haven't seen any more dominating teams than that. But let's go ahead and talk about some of these other teams that's been in the tournament, made a good run. Oakland, of course, with their shooting guard, did some amazing things. NC State and their guard, I can't even remember his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He was making some ridiculous shots from the perimeter. Just tough shots. Just looks like they're not going in, but they drop. Um, and I'd say the small guard for Creighton, just he should be the motivator. Those three guys should be the motivation for you players up and coming now, training right now. Seriously, because I guarantee nobody was talking about either one of those guys prior to the tournament, right? But now, with about what, a month before the draft, 2 months, a few months before the draft, now you got three guards that nobody was talking about dominating the March Madness, gave themselves an opportunity to get drafted, which is what this is all about. And Golke, um, and the other two, I don't even know their names. I just know who they play for. NC State and Creighton. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to their rosters right now and find out what their names are. That's what I'm gonna do. Um, let's see here. I'm gonna go to the guy from Creighton first because he's just the one that stands out the most to me. Just, I think Jason Green, is that it? Jason Green, is that his name? Number 0. Let's see if this is him. I think, no, Stephen Ashworth. Yeah, it's got to be him because I'm looking at the stats. 16 points in 33 minutes. and that was in the Elite Eight, I believe. Um, and he's like got to be like 5'8", 16 points in the Elite Eight. Um, Unbelievable. Creighton Blue Jays, and they even had 10 losses, but they were a 3 seed, which is pretty high. But again, I'm looking at Stephen Ashworth. Let's just go to Stephen Ashworth and do some research on this guy and see. I just got to do some digging real quick. I'm looking at him right here. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you his profile real quick. Uh, I mean, this guy is, I guarantee you, he's not 6'1". First of all, 170. He's from Utah. Okay, he's from Utah. Okay, 6'1", whatever, senior. But very little, very little. But I mean, listen, this is the thing. Appeared in all but one of Utah State's 34 games during the year, starting in 15, scored over 14 games, scored career 27. Okay, so he been getting buckets. 2021 getting buckets. Let's see here. Let's start from the very beginning. See if he's got any people in the league playing high school national championships. Fair. So I don't see any NBA fathers or anything like that. I don't see that. Wow, he was married in 2020. Okay, well, so 6'1", 170, soaking wet. High school. Let's see what he did in high school. Led Lone Peak High School to the Utah 6A championship. 6A, that's pretty competitive. 6A, averaging 16 points. Those numbers aren't scary numbers coming out of high school from Utah. But when you win a championship, it helps, especially from point guard position, as you see, 7 assists. So that can get you some looks, Division I, barely, but it'll get you that. Scored 29 points after halftime during the high school championship in a loss. Yeah, that'll get you noticed. All right, so he did that. Basketball Player of the Year, Utah. Okay, whatever. So let's see what he did here. Freshman in Utah State, stayed local, went to Utah State, appeared in all 29 games. Scored in double figures in 8 games. That's not bad as a freshman. True freshman to, just to get that kind of playing time at the Division I level. Scored in double figures in 8 games. That's pretty tough. Scored a season high 17 points against San Diego State. That's pretty tough. So this guy is tough, obviously. And as you can see, when you can do something at the high school level and you continue that on, obviously you're special. So let's see what he did the next year. It appeared in all but 1 in 34 games, started in 15. So you can see here that coaches are trying to make him compete or not give him just full freedom. He's like starting half the games. I don't know. He's just not, it doesn't look like he's earned full comfortability at this point. He appeared in all the games, but he only started in a few of them. Says, whatever. Same thing, sophomore year. But his production is high. So this just goes to show you that when you're under 6 foot, that no matter what you do, you're still not going to be given a lot of freedom. So these are amazing numbers to see. Scored double figures 14 games. Was only two Aggies to score 20 or more points in multiple games. Scored a career high 27 points at Weber State just from 15, knocking down 7 threes. Oh my goodness. So I mean, this guy's been doing this. This is nothing new for this guy. You know. See the next year. Look at all that. What the hell? Look at how long this. Oh my goodness. First team All Mountain West. So they finally started him, I guess. Average 16. That's NBA numbers. 16 points a game. Sixth in the country in three-point percentage. Led the Mountain West in three-pointers per game. My goodness. So I guess he finally earned his playing time his junior year. And these, I mean, just my goodness, look how long that list of accolades is compared to the first 2 years. So this guy's special. All right. And it's no wonder why, you know, I don't know who he did play for during the summer, but let's look at, okay, so they don't have this year's stats. I'll be real quick. Matter of fact, let's see his Creighton. Let's see. I know how to do all this stuff on this college stuff. I know all about it. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take y'all to what he did this year, and I guarantee these numbers are gonna be amazing. All right. There we go. Now, let's see here. So, and I still forget his name. I'm gonna know it by the end of this video. Ashworth, I think, Stephen Ashworth, something like that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, that's scoring. Trey Alexander. Let's see. This is a certain game, Creighton. Combined, there we go. Combined scoring. Games played 2, 3, no. This is not what I'm looking for right here. Category leaders. Something ain't right here. We gotta get out of here. Season 23. This is only 3 games in. I gotta get to the season box score. I don't know why the season box score is only showing 3 games. So this isn't gonna work. I can't do anything with that. So let's get back out of here. Creighton, I know you guys gotta be doing better than that, but this stats department. 23-24 men's basketball. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We need to get to, let me see. Let me just go to his individual. We'll just do it like that. Look at this guy. Very small. Man, he's been putting in work though. Here he goes right here. See what's going on here. Oh, I guess it ain't going. Man, well, somebody, I gotta go to ESPN on this guy. We need his stats right now. I need this guy's season stats for right now. I gotta do some digging here. So bear with me. We're gonna find this man's stats, all right? This season, I need them. ESPN, let's get it. There we go, ESPN. This guy, look how little he is, man. This is my whole point here. Here we go. 35 games, 31 minutes a game. Wow, it's not even that great. But as you see, this year he went crazy. And I don't know what went on during the season. Let's look at the percentages. Okay, free throw percentage increased. I think he was just scouted. That's pretty much it. People knew what, he was gonna do, and they defended for it. That's all that happened. I guarantee you. Only difference of this year and that year was the fact they knew what he was going to do. Defenses were prepared, and that's all there was to that. He increased his free throw percentage. Everything else dropped, but I'm going to give him a pass on that. We got 6 a game, 8 a game, 16 a game. This is an NBA player, ladies and gentlemen. Now, he probably, I don't know, he came back. He came back, obviously. When you're that small, you kind of want to do all your years. But his performance in March Madness stamped him. And my whole point in going into this guy's archives for this year is because you guys have no excuses. Like, I mean, if this guy from Utah can put up 15 a game, 4 years in a row, basically, dominate in March Madness, then what excuse do you guys have? I mean, $26 So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to his highlights and just kind of start doing some homework. The numbers don't lie. Uh, so now it's time to do some homework. And this is the boring part, but this is what we got to do. Secondary ball handler. That's this year. Huh. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on.
Project and setting a deadline. Every task manager does that. But here's where it gets really powerful. Then
My goodness, hold on. Let's just start that from the beginning. Look at how he's operating in the triple threat. I mean, this right here is amazing because, first of all, and I think that's what the title of the video, transfer portal highlights. So I guess he put himself in the portal so they could see this. And this is. You see how quick that caught my attention? He's coming off, I want to say a screen, but not even. He's just breaking free. And when he catches this, he immediately postures himself as a bulldog, as a pit bull. Look at this. Look how low he gets. I'm saying, I'm out of there. What a pass. What a pass. My goodness. Uh-oh, my school I played for in Hawaii. Just the speed. My goodness. And the wherewithal, the vision. To be able to just bit that ball through there, his height is exceptional. My goodness, look at the range. Hold on. Let me go back in a second. His highlights are so quick I can't even keep up. We're going to keep up though. Let's get it. 4 feet behind the line. Cash. Look how deep that is. Woohoo! Trae Young up in there. Oh, yeah. I think I've seen enough. Because he's
is putting the clamps on. Ashworth pulls up for 2. Funk in traffic. Ashworth hit ball fake. And a 3, and it's good.
I still don't think he's getting drafted. He's just too little. Yeah, he's too little. Yeah, he's just. Yeah, he's too little. Yeah, he's too little, guys. Yeah.
They go into the post. You try to help, and they kick out for a 3 to their center. Ashworth stops.
Yeah, I gotta stop this. But
Ashworth for 3. Arguing with the officials. Couple of technicals. But since Utah State is now.
yeah, he's just. I'd have a hard time drafting him. It's just hard to believe when you look at the. That's a bad example. We're not gonna sponsor that. He's good, yeah. He can't take nothing from him, but just doesn't look normal. Doesn't look right. And that's the part I think about this training is that you want it to look right. Like, and this is interesting. You see the same court. You see. Let's go back just a few seconds. Interestingly enough, let's see if we can find something here on me. Let's see here. It's just interesting, like, the same exact court. Guess who that is? Me. And, it's like, I'm little, but I don't think I look that little. And he really looks little. And there's just something about that jump shot that looks a little more damaging. It looks a little more threatening. I'm getting off the ground a little higher. I don't know. It's hard to explain, and this was years ago. This is my home gym. This is where I played college ball. But just take a look at the quick release right there. Just look at that. So my point is that I'm not just some old guy sitting over here just running my mouth, right? I literally went and told you guys who to start studying. And for the NBA draft, and his highlights literally are at the same exact court. So obviously, I've seen this stuff. Let's see, who's the next guy, though? So that was the Creighton guy. Oh, Golke. I think everybody's seen him. See, that's a better example. Yeah, we got to look at Golke's. We got to look at Golke. Yeah. 32 points against Kentucky. Oh my God. That is just ridiculous. Jack Golke. 32 points against Kentucky in the tournament. Wow. "32 points against Kentucky in the tournament. That's amazing. I gotta do my research once again. This is why you guys need to go to March Madness, because this is what's gonna make everybody pull up all your information. You were nobody, you were overlooked, but now it's time to go find out. Like, we might have missed it, but let's not miss any more. Guys like me will get to it. We will find out. We'll admit we didn't know who you were. But, hey, that's okay. Let's find out now. And I'm over here looking at his bio, and it just doesn't even look like it exists. At the college that he went to, did this guy not even play Division I ball prior to this season? Graduate student. So, Hillside College? What the fuck is that? Let me let you guys see this. What is, so besides this season, this is what we have right here. Hillsdale College. And I don't even know what kind of college that is. That's ridiculous. So, whatever. He only scored 13 points a game this year. Tied second in the tournament. Okay. Originally 6 man a year. So he made 6 man a year. That's not bad. 6 man a year, that's pretty good. So he wasn't even starting. Wow. Record with most 3-point field goals made. 364 3-point field goals. I just need some highlights at this point. I mean, the Kentucky game, yeah, everybody's seen that. I kind of want to see it. And here's the weird thing. He's not going to have much on YouTube because this was literally the college he was at before this season. And he wasn't even starting before the tournament. So, wow. Stick in there, guys. That's all that means. Is that you can be a nobody in today's game and somehow find yourself in March Madness with a major role becoming a primary scorer. That's why I don't see anything else of this guy, because there was nothing else of this guy. All 16 threes of the tournament. Look at how he marketed himself. That's why he said he wasn't going to the NBA. He didn't do anything. You do kind of got to do stuff before the tournament starts. Anyway.
Here's Golke again, putting up a three and hitting, looking for a foul.
Oh, let me cut this off. I don't want nobody to somebody to copyright my. I don't want to play them games no more. Been there, done that. Don't want to play them games. With that, I muted everything, but I'm watching though, and I'm gonna see what he's doing, and we're going. So it's clear that the coach is okay with them taking what the average person would call bad shots, because this very first one is a very, yeah, this works. I don't know, my signal's kind of messing up, but it's basically one of those things where if he catches the ball, then they feel like he's a threat if he catches it, which means that he has the ability to balance himself or rebalance himself in a lot of different ways, um, as he takes off, as he plants his feet. He's able to rebalance himself. And that right there is the very important part about being a shooting guard at this level. And, if you're under 6'4", it's even more important, which he clearly is. So that's something that I'm very impressed with. That's something that I want each and every one of the guys that I train to have in their bag of tricks, is just being able to stay on balance when you catch the ball, and when you take off, there are ways to balance yourself and square yourself. A lot of people call it squaring up, but it's hard to square up after you've already left the ground. So I call it balance. You got to be able to balance your body uh, after you've taken off, and obviously that comes with reps, but you got to understand what it is you're trying to do. That's what I see he has done, and I'm talking about Jack Gohlke. He's became comfortable with balancing his body in the air from different uncomfortable positions, which allows him to shoot a certain percentage that the coaches are obviously comfortable with, because you could tell these are drawn up plays. Jack Gohlke's coming off shooting that comfortably. Obviously, he received a pass from the point guard, so the point guard stood there waiting for him to get free or get open, threw him the ball during the March Madness tournament. So obviously, and this is the thing that's clear as well, is that in practice, he was drilling shots in guys' faces several times. Trust and believe that. Trust and believe that in every single scrimmage situation, he was taking all kind of difficult shots, off balance, probably getting fouled, all kind of other stuff, and still draining threes, and nobody can stop it. That's the only thing that would make the coach comfortable enough to draw up plays like this. Um, you know, and them to run those plays and those shots to be taken, him to stay in the game, and for the team to stay bought in, because as I'm looking at this very first 3-pointer he took with this is just, oh my goodness. I mean, caught that ball, planted his foot, hit the ground. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul. He was actually looking at the referee saying, I got fouled. He was asking the referee for a foul for a 4-point play. And this is against Kentucky in March Madness. This is crazy. This is first round. This is the first round. My goodness. My goodness today. This is amazing. As I'm watching this, I rewinded the same shot like 5 times. So this is in the first half. Great defense is being played. 75, Kentucky's up 7-5. And this guy just comes off this screen sideways, run through the middle sideways. Let me see. Nobody even set a screen. Let's see. Somebody did set a little screen, but he didn't even. The guy setting the screen. Let me see. Is that a double screen? Yeah, that's a double screen. But his defender ran through those screens pretty tough, and he contested the shot pretty well. So he wasn't open. Let's just call it what it is. He was not open at all. Normally, you would catch this and you would face up and maybe rake, triple threat rake with that type of defense on you. You would not catch this pass and raise up and shoot unless the shot clock is running down, which in this case it clearly wasn't. I'm looking at it. There was 18 seconds left on the shot clock when he caught the ball and took and rose up and took this difficult, highly contested shot, fading away, falling on the ground, and made it with 14 minutes to go in the first half. So, guys, this was a design play. Like, he didn't just make a decision and say, hey, guess what? I'm feeling it right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a walk on. I got put in at the end of the game. It's my time to shine. I caught this. I know it's not the play, but I'm finna just raise up and shoot the ball. That's that. This wasn't a situation where the shot clock was running down, end of the half, end of the shot clock. I'm gonna just raise up and shoot it. No. The team drew a play for him to come off of a double screen, and if he catches it, which he did, no matter what, you're gonna raise up, shoot this ball. My whole point is just imagine how many times he did that during practice. That's what I want you guys to envision. So, and let's even take it a step further than that. If he did in practice, right? Just imagine how many times he did this in his workouts. Right? So that's what you got to do. So, what time do you guys have to be sitting here playing video games or going to the gym shooting regular set shots? This guy's not shooting set jump shots like the guy from Creighton was. So I had to cut those highlights off. I would never want any of you guys studying Stephen Ashworth. Is that his name? The guard from Creighton? No, because I still don't understand how he, well, I'm going to explain how he's fast. The guy from Creighton, Stephen Ashworth, I think that's his name. He's fast. So he gets his shots off because of speed. He's faster than the average player. He's probably faster than the average human being. He could probably make the track team. He could probably do a lot of things, be a slot receiver somewhere, who knows, track runner. He's fast. So, he dribbles around and, he shoots that set shot from a little further away. He kind of does his thing, but I wouldn't advise anybody to learn that. But with Gobe's doing, when you can balance yourself in the air, leaning away, fading away, off the catch as well, that's when scouts at the higher levels will begin to watch and monitor and start to figure, hey, how can we implement some of that in what we do? Like NBA guys we got 6'10" Wembanyama defenders, Jimmy Butler defenders, athletic Giannis defenders, LeBron defenders, who are gonna block everything. And when they can imagine you doing that in their sets, is when what they saw you do become interesting to them. And that's where it has to look right, and that's what you want to train them for. All this other stuff is once in a lifetime things that just can't be practiced and they can't be taught. But what Jack Goki did, it can be taught, it can be practiced, it can be worked on, and that's literally what he did. You can tell, like I'm watching this. Let me let the tape roll because that was just the first one. But see, that's the thing. Somebody makes a shot, one shot. That one shot that he took and made, the way that it was done, someone who knows the game, the way that I know the game, I already know what he's capable of. The way he did that let me know this was not the first time that man has done that. Right? And I'm still at 6 seconds into the video. 6 seconds into this video. Let me watch this one more. This is just, he's running sideways. Wow. Okay. Nice. Let's look at the second. Let's see the second 3-pointer. Coming on screen, curling. Now that's a real curl screen. Okay, that's just a curl. See, first half, that was like probably the next possession. 8 points. Let's see. That was literally the next possession, I believe. Yeah, that was the next possession. Same play. Not the same exact play. He came in a different spot, knocked it down, no problem. Now here we are, third possession. Now he's coming down in transition. This is the handoff, one dribble. He's also good at taking the dribble and pulling up. And this one was deep. But once you knock down two, I think at that point you're hot, and it's a little different there. You just was target practice at that point. Caught that dribble deep too. So anyway, it's kind of obvious that he's got a skill set that allows him to do these types of things, and it's unbelievable. Work on it. It's gonna help. It's gonna help your chances for sure, because then the game just opens up from there. When you got pump fakes, you got the ability to you can just that's where it begins there. Now the next guy from NC State, honestly, he's just an athlete. He's just a freak athlete. So I'll just go on a limb and just tell you right now, he's, from what I saw, he's a freak athlete. My only issue there with him is let me see his name first of all. Is again, they lost 14 games. I'm not sure what kind of struggles they had during the course of the season, but I just don't understand how they lost so many games against lackluster competition and then was able to somehow in the tournament change their narrative the way that they did. 27-14. DJ Horn, that's his name. So let me first pull up his stats. DJ Horn. Okay. Let you guys see a little bit of DJ. Let's dig him up here. See what's going on. He only averaged 12 a game in high school. Wow. Interesting. Wow. Illinois State. He only averaged 8 a game. Okay. Makes me feel like he didn't start. So he appeared in all 31 games. Came off the bench in 7 before starting the final 24. Averaged 8 points a game, 9 points a game. sophomore year. Okay, now we're starting to see a little more. 21 starts, 24 games, 15 a game, Illinois State. So he's same school, Illinois State. I don't even think that sounds like a D1 AA. Very small college. Illinois State. Never heard of it. But those are good numbers. 34 points career high against Northern Iowa. Pretty sure it's a small D1. Then he transferred to Arizona State, which is a decent college. 28 games, 12 games, not bad numbers. Those are pretty decent numbers, especially at ASU. Led ASU in scoring, almost second in assists. Really? So he led their team in scoring with only 12.5 a game? Wow, they must have been a shitty team that year. Yeah, that's weird. Your leading scorer only averaged 12 a game. Shitty. Arizona State must have been shitty that year. I think that was a COVID year anyway. But okay, but he's moving up in the ranks, going from small college to bigger school. Arizona State again, 34 starts, average every game won. Same exact number. Wow, look at this. Same exact average. 12.5, 12.5. Well, looks like the only difference, gave himself an extra point, half of a rebound per game. Good job. Let's see what those assists were looking like. If they're gonna go there. They don't mention it. Okay, whatever, who cares? Oh, 2 assists a game, 1 assist. So he gave himself 0.5 more assists, 0.5 more rebounds. Okay, cool. Same exact numbers. Then I guess he transferred in NC State. And I guess, like I said, until they get eliminated or whatever, we're not going to see his official stats for this year. But I want to know those. So I'm going to take this name and we're going to figure out what his numbers were this season. Because it's just very strange to me, once again, to see how he's able to dominate in March Madness the way he is right now, out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere. It's just very interesting. So let's go. Let's see here. To the website. All right. We're gonna go to statistics. I need some stats. Let's see, sports, men's basketball, please. Are you kidding me? Where is the men's? Okay, there we go. Let's see. Pretty shitty website. Okay, so here we go. So he looks like he led them in scoring. $657 points. I don't know. But let's go into this and see here. No, I need the stats because remember, they don't have his numbers yet. I thought these sites updated a lot more. Back in the day, it seemed like they slowed down on the updates for some odd reason. But what's going on here? Is it my internet or something? Okay, here we go. Season stats. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I want some individual numbers. Here we go. This is 18 points a game, ladies and gentlemen. So this here explains how. When you wonder how he's able to do what he's doing now, you see it right here. 18 points a game for DJ Horne. So this is nothing new for him. It's actually more new for DJ Burns to do what he's doing than it is for Horn to do what he's doing because he's been doing it all season. Um, 18 a game. He wasn't doing it the other years in his career, but this season he definitely was. Which, now that I think about it, is probably why the team lost so many games because he obviously was taking a lot of shots to average 18 a game. I don't know if you really want your starting point guard averaging that many points or being your leading scorer if you expect the rest of the team to buy in. He started 19 games. I don't know why they only played 20. This might not be updated. 9 and 11. Yeah, I don't know if this has all the games. But anyway, that's a pretty decent 3-point percentage. Look at those attempts. That's a lot of attempts. Let's look at his 2-point attempts. If we can get to those. Field goal attempts, 297 attempts. My God. But that is a high percentage, so you can't take that from him. He's scoring. He's making a lot of those attempts. It's almost half. So I guess coach just decided to live with it. But that explains why he's able to be this comfortable in the tournament because all season long, he's had the ball in his hands. He's been taking an awful lot of shots. And, I mean, he's knocking down his free throws, over 40% from 3, over 40% from 2. That's actually amazing. That's actually amazing. They don't have his assist numbers, but he didn't even lead the team in assists. That's interesting. Who had 57? Who had 57 assists? Okay, so okay, so you know what? I'm tripping for real. McConnell is the point guard. So this is Allen Iverson. DJ Horn is literally proving that he is Allen Iverson. Well, good thing for him. Good for that young man. He earned himself a spot at the starting 2 guard to be able to get the green light to put these type of shots up. He's getting the attempts up. That's his position. He's a true 2 guard. They got him a point guard in there. Is McConnell, 57 assists. And he's only started half the games. Okay, good. So he's a scorer. He's impressed me. He's an athlete. That's kind of what I noticed, and that's what I said. When you look at and you watch his game, he's just one of those athletes. He's one of those athletes that he just scores the ball. He does it in very athletic ways. And here's my point why I bring that up. Because, you know, you can't really train for that. That's just God-given ability. You know, he could probably play football and start. He could probably be a boxer and make some money. He's an athlete. Athletes, it's not fair, but it's real. They can do whatever they want athletically and probably find some success with that. Basketball is something that he loves to do. He's been doing it his whole life, and he's showing it. He's showing his abilities. So there's nothing you guys can do to watch a guy like that and learn because he can do things that you can't. He can run faster. He can jump higher. He can hang in the air longer. He can probably take certain level of contact midair and still stay in the air, whatever the case may be. So he's emerged as a star in this tournament. But the other 2 guards are not athletically gifted that way. So I'm not even going to break down his highlights. I mean, I might just do it just because I did the other 2. In all fairness to DJ Horn, we'll still pull up his highlights. I'll go ahead and do that and evaluate him on NBA training. You've earned that, son. Let me not take that from you. And maybe I can correct myself with some of the things I said. Maybe you do some things that are extremely skilled as well. We'll see. But like I said, guys, there's no sense in training and trying to study and copy guys' games. Like, who you're just not going to be able to match their athleticism in any way, shape, form, fashion. So, and the form on his shot doesn't really look any like a masterpiece anyway that you would want to study. Um, I wouldn't watch it and take any notes from it. He takes bad shots, but as a two guard, I guess that's what you're supposed to do. I guess as a two guard is just shoot it as long as it leaves your fingers. It's a good shot, I guess. So, and he's averaged 18 a game. I think he's averaged more points than any of the other guards that have broken out as stars here in March Madness that's still in the tournament. 18 a game for DJ Horne is amazing. It's an amazing average to have at the Division I level for a guard under 6'2". So let's see here, DJ Horne's highlights. What the hell is all this? They don't even got this man's highlights available. Let me type in basketball after. See what I'm saying? These people were nobodies before March Madness, man. You can't be serious. NC State, DJ Horne, Arizona State. There we go. Transfer portal highlights, 3 minutes. This is what I needed. Transfer portal highlights, basketball scouting. Boy, that portal, boy. Oh, that's an ugly jump shot. His jump shot is nasty looking. You just can't argue with the results of Arizona State.
See how Arizona State attacked the zone.
Ugh, that's one of the ugliest.
And finally he gets a floated into traffic. Now 4 guys surrounding him there. Horne. Yes.
That is one of the ugliest jump shots I've ever seen.
Cambridge up top, down low, out to the outside.
It's crazy. I remember Arizona State actually played us in the tournament that year. That's tough off the bounce, real tough. So I like his ball handling and the way he gets himself free. So if that's what we would study, we put together a package for March Madness. It's gonna look like this. DJ Horne on the ball handling, Jack Gohlke off ball. That's pretty much it. Like a combination of those two things. So I'm gonna create those two mixes, put them together, or I can petition you guys to start working on those things. Just watch DJ Horne for the way that he navigates in traffic, transition, half court, on the ball, pick and roll, double team splits. And then when it comes to off-ball movement, study Jack Gohlke and Stephen, already forgetting his name, guard from Creighton. Can't remember his name. Steven Alexander or something like that. Oh, I don't remember. Ashworth. Stephen Ashworth. Just for because I see him doing as well. You know, he's moving off the ball as well. But I just don't. I don't want you guys studying how to shoot set shots. That's what I think. That's what I don't like about his game the most is that he's very small guard, but he takes set shots. That's not something I would advise. If you're fast enough to do it, which obviously he's able to get that off, hey, be my guest. But I wouldn't want you guys to study that. Study Jack Goldke's release. Um, he's the only guy who's got the type of form that you want to study right now. And they don't even look that good to be honest. But these results, that's another thing I guess that's proven by this tournament is that enough reps get you the results, and it's not about necessarily sometimes all the time the way it looks. But hey, those guys are at Division One schools. Who knows what schools you guys are going to be at? You want to give yourself every advantage by having your shot look a certain way. So we can work on form shooting right here at NBA training. Um, every day is the process. Every day is what it takes. Every distance, as you see, I break this stuff down like a science, and that's what it's going to take. If you want to be evaluated, you want to be um, coached, you want to be trained along the way, held accountable along the way, uh, monitored along the way. You know what to do. Contact me, um, and we'll work with you a little bit more in depth. I'm gonna be in the gym tomorrow, early in the morning. So if you get with me tonight, we can start creating some of that stuff for you. Like I said, I will be in the gym again tomorrow, right here at Texas Christian University. Um, and we're gonna be getting after it. I'm gonna actually be uh, studying Luka Doncic just because I just feel like Luka has probably the most creative bag right now as far as just combos and you know ball handling when it comes to scoring and doing moves that puts him in a position to shoot the ball as far as off the dribble. And that's something that I think every guard that wants to make themselves an attractive asset needs to be able to show. Because the reality is that when you go to these camps and tryouts, you're not going to have a bunch of teammates that are trying to get you the ball. So, you need to be able to, and that's something that Luka does really well, more than probably anything, obviously shooting and everything else. But to me, that's what impressed me the most is that he's able to be under control, but yet, be very aggressive and dominant in the sense of, hey, I'm in attack mode while I'm running my team. And I think the balance between those two things is something that we all can learn from, me myself included. So, um, and if until you guys start to really take advantage of this opportunity that I'm giving you guys, I'm gonna be training myself like I'm, gonna get myself better, and then I'm gonna get myself noticed. You know what I mean? I'm gonna still use these things that I'm training for just to show you guys how effective this is. I'm gonna play in semi-pro ball myself this year and utilize, the things that I've learned from all these players I'm telling you to learn from. I'm not just telling you to do it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna score 15, 20 points. Uh, Maybe not a contest at 40, but I'm gonna show that it works. That I can go and do it now against young legs and everything because my system specializes at making dominant players that are not physically athletic, kind of like Nikola Jokic, but from the guard position. So, and when I go out there and do it, you guys are gonna be able to see that it works. No excuses to see a 40-year-old go out there, play semi-pro basketball, scoring 20 points or more, you know, then obviously my training will be validated even more so at that point. Then you guys will take it serious. So that's kind of what I'm gonna be doing. Like I said, so hey, you know what to do. You know what the schedule is. If you're in the gym um, and you register, I'll be able to sit down and watch you play to make sure that what you're doing is is on the right page and it looks right, and to keep just improving and add more reps to those workouts. Once it looks right, you can add more reps. That's what we're gonna be doing tomorrow, and then hopefully every day this week, the rest of the week. I got a lot of videos to edit as far as training routines. Um, just communicate with me. Look at the channels if you have any questions. I'm going to be breaking down a lot more like I'm doing now, kind of what some of these workouts are, the science of them, what's the reason to do those workouts, why to do them, why not to do them. So with all that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. Coach Kelly, NBA training. Let's get it. Hold on. I want to read Hayden's comment. Let's see. Was it 9 a.m. world game? Most of my shots were contested. Hayden, I got a new phone number for NBA training. Um, should be on the channel. Just send me a text so we could break down some stuff more specifically, because I want to see some of those videos from your summer games, so we can keep working on those contested jump shots, everything else. So yeah, all right, y'all. Thanks for tapping in like always. Study, study, study. Let's work.